In the previous video, we tried to understand what segmentation is and why marketers are doing segmentation. In this video, we'll understand how we can do the segmentation following different criteria. Because I told you, you can segment the market on the basis of gender, on the basis of income, on the basis of geography, on the basis of X characteristics, Y characteristics, Z characteristics. So how to identify the criteria for segmentation and what are different criteria for segmentation. So in this, we will understand what are different criteria for segmentation and to segment the market. When we talk about the criteria for segmentation, there are in majority there are 4 criteria for segmentation. So on the basis of 4 third criteria we call it psychographic. And fourth criteria we call it behavioral. So these are the 4 major criteria for segmentation. When we talk about demographic, you can, on the basis of customer demography, you can divide the whole heterogeneous market to small homogeneous market. It could be age, it could be gender, it could be income, it could be education qualification, it could be your occupation. So either you can divide the market on the basis of age, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, millennials, zillennials, you can do that, right? Ki my market is based on the different age group. Or you can divide the market on the basis of gender, which example I have given in the previous class. Or you can divide the market on the basis of income also. You can divide your market on the basis of education level. Illiterate, literate, illiterate, graduate, postgraduate, PhD and above, like this. You can also segment your market on the basis of occupation. Professionals, government servant, people who are working in private industry, homemaker, there are different occupations which you can take, businessman, self-employed, and you can take these category, these criteria to segment your market. So this we call demographic. You can also segment the market on the basis of geography. So it could be on the basis of cities, right? You can go with tier 1 city, tier 2 city, or tier 3 city. You can also divide your market on the basis of rural, urban, or semi-urban. You can also divide the market, I'll write semi-urban here. You can also divide the market on the basis of country, right? Country X, country Y, country Z. Also, you can divide the market on the basis of north, south, east, and west region of the country. So on the basis of different geographical criteria, you can segment the market on the basis of districts, you can segment the market on the basis of state, you can segment the market on the basis of a specific geographical location. So these are different. So some products are only for tier 1, some products are for tier 2, and some products are for tier 3. Or same brand coming with variant 1 for tier 1, variant 1 for tier 2, and variant 3 for tier 3. Same you can go with rural, urban, or semi-urban. You can divide on the basis of country your product, and that's how some multinational company are having different type of product for different country. Especially in books, one book they are saying only for India, other only for USA, other only for Australia. So they are dividing their market on the basis of country. Or you can divide your market that north region, south region, west region, or east region. That also you can do. When we talk about psychographic characteristics, it's the characteristics that how a customer is thinking. So it could be your perception, it could be your values, it could be your beliefs, it could be your attitude, it could be your motivation, it could be your what you are thinking about a product and how you are, and your lifestyle or your interest or opinion. So it could be based on your opinion or based on your lifestyle. So this is nothing but your psychographic characteristics which is inside you. This is your psychology, right? I can be very much motivated, I cannot be motivated towards technology. So when someone is coming with technology product, they will divide the market into that people who are techno loving, and there are certain people who are not loving the technology. So their perception, opinion, motivation, your beliefs, your value system, your culture, although culture is not socio-psychological, but it's the building part of this. Somehow this culture is having some impact on your creating psychographic variable. But these are your perception, value, beliefs, attitude. On the basis of that, you can divide your market into a smaller group. Last but not least, called behavioral. In behavior, how customers are responding. Behavior is always how customers are responding. Psychographic, how customer is thinking. So it could be your usage rate, your usage pattern, it could be your loyalty, it could be your satisfaction, it could be your trust, it could be your advocacy. So these are the behavior which customers are showing to us. Some customers are loyal, some customers are not loyal. So when I am going for loan, then I have to identify which customers are loyal customers, to whom I can give for risky loans also. Because these are the loyal customers, they will not be defaulter. But there are certain customers who are not loyal towards specific phenomena. Then you have to be very cautious when you are dealing with those type of customers. Some of the customer are your advocate. They're talking good about you. They are talking always high about you, about your brand, about your product, about your services, about your offering. So you will segment in the different market. And that's how happen, right? When you go to the bank, you have different type of customer. Gold category customer, silver category customer, on the basis of their usage rate, how much amount they are putting into their account in form of any of the financial services which bank is offering. If you are having huge amount, you will be the platinum customer. Then lower than that, you will gold customer, then silver customer, and that's how they are dividing the different customer into it. So on the basis of usage rate and usage pattern also, you can divide the different people into different segment, and that's how people and marketers are dividing the market. So in nutshell, you can divide your market on the basis of demographic, on the basis of geography, on the basis of psychographic variable, on the basis of behavioral factor. The challenge is that when I will ask you to divide the market on the basis of demographic and geographic, it's comparatively easy. Why it's comparatively easy? Because this is observed. You can easily know age, gender, income, education, occupation, cities they are living in, location they are living in, country they are living in. So it's very much observed. Whereas psychographic and behavioral factors are unobserved. So if you want to do the segmentation on the basis of any of the psychographic and behavioral characteristics, you have to see that this is unobserved or latent. First you have to measure that, and then you will be able to divide the market into different segments. That is the first challenge. Second challenge. Now I am talking about age, gender. When we are going for the segmentation, you have to identify all relevant geographical, demographical, psychographical, behavioral factor, and in combination, you have to segment the market. It's not very easy. Okay, I will go for only gender and I segment the market. Then on the basis of income, I will segment the market. Then how many segments you will have? On the basis of age, on the basis of gender, on the basis of income, on the basis of education, every criteria which you are thinking, if you will do in silo, you will have different segments. And end of the day, you will confuse that which segment I should go for and how to cater the needs and wants of those segments. That is the second challenge. When you are doing it, you have to understand that you have to consider all relevant factor, and in all together, putting all factor together, you have to create a group where there should be similarity in terms of all the factors. Third thing, I told you that this socio-psychographic or psychographic and behavioral factor is very much important because these are hard science sort of thing, right? Age, when you are saying ki female and male, I have divided the market basis on the male and female. I am giving one stereotype statement ki female are generally liking pink. But it may be possible that biologically someone is male and because your segment was female, you design your product in such a way that my product is for design product, come up with the pink color. But some of the female are not liking pink color. So what happened? You have to see behavioral gender rather than biological gender. Same, I can give you the example. What happens if I have developed the market on the basis of segment? On the basis, sorry, if I have developed the market on the basis of income, what I will do? I will have high income, top brand or luxury product. For low income, less product. What happened? There are certain high income people. They have money, but they don't want to spend. And you have cater them. These are the people to whom I will sell the high price product, but they are not interested in because they are not willing to spend on that. There are certain low income people are very much interested. They will purchase your product by taking EMI or loan also. So when you are dividing the market on the basis of this hard science variable or factors which we call observed factor, demographic and geographical, sometime your segmentation might fail. Third example I can give you. Some of the people are saying that when you have to launch the luxury product, you should go to, on the basis of cities, you should go to tier 1. But all tier 1 people are not behaving in the same manner. There are certain tier 1 people who are not having much income. They will not afford your luxury product. Whereas there are certain people in tier 3 cities, they are having affordability and they are willing to purchase also your luxury product. So when you are segmenting the market on the basis of geography and demography, there is chances of failure high because these are the observed variable. This is not translated into the customer behavior. Whereas customer psychographic and behavioral factor is the soft science variable, and that customers how they will react on my product irrespective from where they are coming in and what their demographic is. But the challenging part is that when you have to do the segmentation, first you have to measure customer psychography and behavioral factor, and then you can divide into this. So in next, we will understand in next class how to identify those factors and how to do actual segmentation with hands-on practices. So this factor, these two factors mostly come from market research. If you remember in the first week, what we did? We go to the market and we ask them what are your pain points, and they are coming with certain factors, and we got some of the themes, right? In last week, we come up with the certain themes, which is the customer need, preferences, their psychography, their perception, their attitude. This will be the base for psychographic and behavioral, because for every product, behavioral factor, psychological factor will change, right? You can't say ki this I can use X factor for all the product, or I will use perception for all the product, or I will use usage rate for all the product, right? You take the example of salt. In case of salt, usage rate is having no much definitely in the B2B and B2C scenario it changed. But when we talk about generic customer, usage rate is not having much thing into segmenting the market on the basis of behavioral. So for every product or services, your criteria will be different. So how to identify this? So this criteria, so I can see easily, okay, age is related or not, gender is related, not income is related or not. That's easy to do. But which socio-psychographic and behavioral criteria is very much important, because that is varied. For that, we used to go to the market, that we did in the previous class or previous week. You go to the market, identify their needs, want, preferences, pain points, and that will be the psychographic and behavioral criteria for segmentation. In next class, we will understand how to collect the data for this and how to do actual segmentation in our studio. So we will do it in our studio and we will understand how actual segmentation can be done. Thank you very much.